One's good, one's bad, yeah, they're really always like this. We don't know who's who, but at least we know who Mike is. They love to complain, they got sports on the brain, and they frequently drive each other insane. It's the good and the bad and the Mike. The good and the bad and the Mike. The good and the bad and the Mike. It's the good and the bad and the Mike.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of The Good, The Bad and The Mike. As always, I'm Oisín, that's Cian,
Woo!
and that's Mike.
Hello.
Cian was a lot less excited about the intro this week.
I think he's really grown.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So a bit of housekeeping before we get started. We will be taking a break next week.
Tell him why.
Because one of us is out of the country.
Surprisingly, not me.
Not me.
It is me. That is by process of elimination. We've discovered it's me.
Stu St. Tadic.
But we should be back to regular scheduling the week after.
Yes.
All going well.
Exactly. We tell them that's because we're meeting with the Saudi Sports Fund. Impossible merger.
Friend of the pod.
Funding.
Saudi Sovereign Wealth Fund.
I mean, if they want us to become their official podcast, I mean, I'd be very down.
Great bunch of lads.
Yeah. They've done nothing wrong.
No.
But anyway, this week we don't. Well, we do. So we're coming up to our first anniversary, the 1 year
We're
anniversary.
not coming up to it. It is today.
It is.
It's
Well,
tomorrow. So technically
tomorrow.
we
But,
are
yeah,
coming
as
up
we're
to
recording,
it. But when it's
when
out,
goes out,
it will be the day or have been the day.
Hang on.
Depending on when I
but
post
is
it.
it not today, technically, but it was uploaded the day after?
Yeah, okay. So actually, this day last year is our first recording.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Good
makes
old
sense.
Game of the Heroes groups.
Yes.
We
Did
very
we have the
quickly
jingle for
realised-
episode 1?
No, it was a couple episodes in.
That makes
'Cause
sense.
we
the
started with
jingle is
the-
11 months old.
We
started
started rotating host until we've got the jingle because neither me nor Mike can hear the jingle. So you have to do that.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
Mm.
So we are at, or depending on when you've heard it, have passed the 1 year anniversary of our first episode. And because of that, and because it's the summer and there's sweet fuck all going on, we're going to relive some of our best moments. And by relive them, I mean discuss them, because video editing can go fuck itself.
But if you are interested in video editing, please contact us.
But
Oh,
only
we
if
have
you'll
to
do
pay
it for
them.
free.
Yeah.
Once
Well,
the
if we
once
get
the
the Saudi
once
money-
the Saudi
once we
Arabian
get-
Sovereign Wealth Fund comes in, friend of the pod, once it comes in and starts sponsoring us, then you'll get paid like the rest of us. But until then, you got to do it for free.
Could they supply us with an editor?
Probably. I mean, when they finally get around to it.
And I guess then at one stage we just bite the bullet and go animated.
Oh,
I'd be okay with that.
yeah, me too.
So they look great animated.
That'd be pretty cool. People wouldn't be able to listen on like Spotify and stuff because they'd have to see the animations.
That is true. They'd have to see us
Fuck.
just animated sitting there
Yeah.
talking.
They could figure it out. It's
They
not
could
on us to figure
imagination.
things out for listeners. Come on, guys. Do some work on your own, you scumbags.
Yeah.
But also,
Our
thanks
listenership
for
went
sticking
from 2
around
to
for the
1.
year. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad that it's been a year. We also
I know,
discovered
yeah.
that while last week was episode 41, it should have actually been episode 42. We have 2 episode 30s, and so this one, if I remember, will be called episode 43. If I forget, just ignore the last 10 seconds.
Yeah, at some point in the near future, it will look like we missed an episode.
But
we
we
won't
won't
have
have.
not. So, in theory, if this is 42, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
this
That means
is
we've
43.
only missed 10... Is this 43?
This is 43, yeah. Last week was 42.
Okay, so we've only missed 9 weeks.
9 weeks a year, yeah.
But
Ain't that bad?
So we've done 43 episodes. Not all of them have had the jingle, but
But that would
the jingle has
that you're
been
double
played
counting.
99 times.
You're double counting 1 week because we're counting the first week and this one, so it would be probably 10 weeks. I'd say we missed.
That's not too bad.
Alright, maybe.
Still fine because we
Bad.
took off like 2 weeks of Christmas,
Yeah.
2 weeks recently.
Yeah.
So that's not bad.
Then there
pretty
was
solid.
the whole
There was one
May
time
was-
last year where my power went.
Yes.
Couldn't do
There
it
was
then.
the time Ushi got trapped in France.
Yes,
Well, does that mean we missed-
no, we
Or
had
you just
recorded
didn't
it and
upload?
I just couldn't upload it until
Oh yeah,
like the
until
Friday.
you came back.
Yeah.
You were just trapped in France a few days.
Good
There's the time
times.
Mike tried to phone into the show. That was great.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. That was a good. That was one of my highlights. Was the phone in from Poland.
Oh god, I haven't done Poland news in a while.
Or
Polish
Tom Hardy
sports
news.
news.
Nowadays.
Tom Hardy
Yeah.
updates.
And Keane was just, how's North Macedonia doing?
Oh yeah. I'm sure it's fine. I haven't really looked at them in a while.
They're probably fine.
I mean, they nearly they knocked Italy out of the World Cup. You know, they're fucking still doing well.
But yeah, so we're just going to discuss some of our best moments this episode. And hopefully something happens in the next 2 weeks so we can talk about that. Or else we'll have to do
Yeah.
like best parts part 2.
Oh,
Oh
that'll
my
be fun.
god. The parts that didn't make this discussion.
All right, Mike, you have some parts prepared. Keane, do you have some parts prepared?
I'm working on it. I've got some.
Okay, I'm just going to leave it up to you guys.
Alright.
So, Mike, work
Might
away.
as well go in some sort of order. First episode of the show, week 1, we're preparing our list, top teams. And, we're saying Euros thing. And I'll never forget Keane fucking picking Goran Pandev.
I still have logic for that, and it's still accurate.
Your
No,
logic
we can
doesn't
claim
work when another Macedonian scored as well.
Yeah, and I like Goran Pandev
You
better.
gotta pick
because
one
his
of them, I
goals
suppose.
Yeah, I'm not putting two of them on it. Like his goal,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, was an open goal. Goalkeeper spilled the ball or something like that.
What a man.
But he was there.
Goal's a goal.
Goals
You
go.
gotta, you gotta be in the right place at the right time to score those kind of goals. That's a striker's instinct.
He didn't quite make friend of the show status though. Just
He
saying.
did not.
We didn't.
I mean,
we didn't have any
we
friends
didn't.
at the time.
We didn't. Yeah,
That
friend
issue
of,
was
friend of the
episode
pod.
1.
Friend of the pod only really came up when we started talking about Dusan Tadic.
Wait, now
the
wasn't
show.
there something before Dusan Tadic?
No,
I don't think so.
Tadic was
Was
friend of
Dusan
the show.
Tadic the first one?
Dusan was the first
was the
one,
first.
and then
When
the
Mike-
Saudi
Mike, did you
Arabian
double
Sovereign
check
Wealth
his,
Fund were only the second. We've only got two friends of the
Yes.
pod.
We only had 2 friends in the pod.
Two good friends,
To be
though.
fair,
Two good friends.
To be fair, I'm not chancing anything, but I did message Dushan earlier, and he said he might be available for a call. Not sure. He said he's quite busy on his holidays, but he might phone in later.
What a man.
Don't know how you got on with Saudi group, but we'll see.
There's still in negotiations, so nothing there yet. But just I'm all okay with Dusan Tadic, but we are some journalists. We still can't be just spouting any stats that he gives you. You have to
That
fact
is true.
check
You
them,
have to
Mike.
fact check your shit, Mike.
I went with the official Ajax thing. I'm sorry, they also did.
And they were officially
And so
wrong.
what we've established from our year is that Ajax are a bunch of lying bastards, and you can't trust them.
Yeah, did they really get that many points in their division? Did
Yeah,
anyone
I
check?
bet they
actually
actually
conceded
conceded
40
more
goals.
goals. Yeah.
That was a great one we watched on all year long. How many goals did they concede?
Much to the disappointment of one of our listeners, who's a PSV fan.
True.
He wasn't a fan of that segment,
No, he was not.
but it's all right. You'll get him next year, PSV. Next year,
It's
you'll
only
only
2 points
concede
behind.
2 goals. Yeah, that's what's most impressive about it, actually.
Mhm.
Like,
Actually, to be fair, they did end up conceding 19 goals at the end of the year.
oh, they fucking
And let it
fell
slip a little
apart.
bit. Mm.
Shit team. Always knew it. Bottler mentality.
Well said it. Speaking of a
Absolute
shit
scum.
team, we spent way too long talking about Barcelona this year.
We did, yeah. The shit on Barcelona
The
segment.
shit now Barcelona segment.
A classic.
What was our United segment? I know we had shit on Barcelona. We agreed we wouldn't go. We called it
Oh,
something
we
else.
definitely had the Ollie. We had the Ollie segment. We did an episode on
We
should he
did.
get fired, and then he got fired like a day later or
No, we
something.
had a new one. It's only
Mike-
2 episodes. We said
Mike came up with Mike decided we should do like a essentially shit on Man United segment,
Mm-hmm.
but not call it that. I can't
can't.
remember what it was called.
Oh, what did we call
Was
it?
it the mid-season manager one that we were?
No, this is
No.
literally like a week or two ago that Mike said this.
Clearly, this has just not been a thing or developed on.
not
So
remember
we have
this at
forgotten
all.
the name.
Yeah, I don't even think he said it on the pod. I think he just said it one day in Xbox chat.
Yes.
I
That's
don't
more
even think you
likely.
were there, Keane. I think it was
Yeah,
just me.
it does
Like
not
he-
sound familiar at all.
Might have just been me ushing a Doosan,
played some
squatting up.
squad
Said
up,
you
getting
sounds a
some
bit
easy
third in
calls.
Apex, yeah.
Yeah, we spent way too long talking about Barcelona and their shit and money management.
I mean, they were kind of a big story at the first half of the season. You know, one of the biggest clubs in the world, pretty much going through economic downturn,
Yeah, the
Yes.
whole
losing their
Messi
best
saga.
player,
Did we
the whole
talk?
shit show,
Speaking
and
of,
then losing.
did we talk of Chelsea's issues at one
No.
point? Did we just
no.
brush over
Briefly.
that?
Briefly discussed them, yeah.
We didn't do a. We didn't give it
I
a.
think
that's-
no.
I think that's
think
back
we
when we
had-
did news and we discussed them a little bit.
Oh,
I
was
think-
that
yeah, I think
the
we
news
talked,
dump
and it was still
episode? I think.
Yeah, it was just a bit of speculation at that stage
Yes.
Hmm.
of assets being frozen.
Have they sold that club yet?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, maybe we could have done an episode on that. Lads, save that for 2 weeks' time.
We'll talk about Chelsea.
We might
Spoilers.
talk about Chelsea, well, if we remember, or and nothing else comes up.
I guess I'll wait till then to find out what happened.
Do kid, don't do any research. Hear it all for the first time.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's still one of the most puzzling listen backs I've ever had was when I can't remember what episode this was. We were talking about something, and Mike mentioned John Joe Shelby, and she just went, "He who must not be named," which I didn't realize at the time. And then I remember I was like, "What did he do to you?" And she was like, "Nothing. He just looks like Voldemort."
Yes, I forgot about that. Oh, fucking hell.
It's just the way you said it as well. I'm pretty sure you just, "He who must not be named."
And then one of my favorite ones, which has it's kind of been an on trend since, was that one episode we did on tour. And the first one, and Ushi just completely went off script and went, "As always, I'm Mike."
Yes.
You two didn't
Yes.
notice, and I'm sitting there
No.
going, "Is this a bit? Am I supposed to say something?" And then
Am I
he goes,
Ushi?
"And that's Mike." And I'm like, "Am I?"
Mike, and the mic. No, I'm still annoyed we don't have that. Did you delete that recording or do you still have it?
I think I deleted it because I would have got confused when I was uploading them. I would have uploaded like a fucking 10-second episode
As
that just
always,
said, as always, I'm
Mike."
Mike.
Back when you were trying to get your name in the title. It's not the good, the bad, and the Yoshi. So what's the next thing?
He didn't.
I'm
He
the
didn't go.
Mike.
Right. Yeah, he just made him the mic.
Look
Do you
at
remember
me.
why we
I
started
am
this?
the Mike now.
What the whole inspiration behind the podcast was?
We just kept chatting shit on Xbox.
Yeah.
It was mainly just that you used to rant about things, and you're
Oh,
like, people need to
yeah.
hear me
Yeah.
rant. You know, she just got like 20-minute rants about random shit. You're not a
Yeah,
man
it
for a
was.
rant anymore.
I mean, there's not been much to rant about recently. But when there is, I will
Have a
record
board.
Oh,
it.
you best
And then we
believe
won't
there's
have to record an
ready.
episode that weekend.
Exactly.
One of these days,
like-
Just-
if I've
Just get a few
decided,
sounds by to me and Mike going, I just put them intermittently.
Like, just like episode 23, recapping the Formula 1 and European tournaments, that was just pure rant by Ushi. Go backs.
I've decided if it ever happens where I'm the only one who's around for a week, instead of cancelling it, I'm just going to do a full episode on my Football Manager save.
So if you're bored during the week, you can do that and upload that next week.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. No, I have study to do, kid. Stop it. You're a
That's
terrible.
fair.
You're a terrible influence.
Dana says he has studied when he's going abroad.
Yeah,
That's why I've got to do it this week.
this is the third time he's been abroad in his study leave, which has been about 3 weeks long so
Wait,
far.
can we say this? 'Cause, you know,
Actually, it's been like a
his
month long.
bosses might listen.
I went on study leave on the 20th of May,
Oh, fair.
and I only started studying properly today.
Fair
what
enough.
about
Yeah, I
What
went to
about
the
you,
office
Rashid?
at all.
any good memories?
Thanks for putting me on the spot, you scumbag.
Surely you have one.
It's been a year.
I mean, I've got memories. I don't know if they're good memories. It was that time I nearly died.
Yes.
Yes.
I wasn't a big fan of that
Choke-
one.
Choked on air.
Covered it up really well as well.
Oh,
And then someone had to bring it up.
I mean, the people had to know.
Yeah, they had to know. There had to be a reason why me and Akeem were giggling uncontrollably for no reason.
I still don't understand how you choked on air.
Look, it just
He
happens.
forgot how to breathe. He forgot how to breathe.
Yeah,
It just happens.
he couldn't breathe out. He just breathed in.
Shit happens, and sometimes you nearly die, and that's okay. Sometimes you don't. That's also okay.
Slightly better.
Slightly better.
Personally, anyway. Personally, it's
What are the best moments did we have?
we have of course, the infamous. What do you think about Quidditch?
Fucking scumbag. Oh my god, that pissed me off so much.
Was that the first episode?
That
of
was
one
the
of
first episode, and I was
Was
like,
it, or was
"Alright,
it
let's
yes.
wrap it up here." And then Mike was like, "What do you think about Quidditch?"
I like how we still haven't brought that back. I think it's just too salty. Like,
No,
oh,
I'm
fuck.
never talking about Quidditch again. Fuck it. Well,
All right, when me and Mike do our own episode,
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
talk.
talk.
Yes,
We'll have the
that's fair.
Quidditch episode.
Mike doesn't mind Quidditch because it's played on a field.
Yep,
Yeah, exactly, it's
I was
fine.
going to bring that up. It's only a
yeah.
sport if it's on a field. Which is the episode we got into a proper rant, me and you?
what was the rant about?
I can't even remember. No, she just kept saying, "You're an idiot. You're an idiot. I'm not talking to you."
Yes.
can't remember
what
what
episode
episode.
was that? It was deserved, whichever one it was.
Oh, was it?
I remember I ranted because you watched season 3 of season 4 of Drive to Survive in one weekend where I spent all my weekend with you, and had no idea at what points you watched it, but you watched all of it, and I'd watched 2 episodes. I remember
Well,
ranting
she
that
did
one.
the same with that, but that's...
No, he didn't the whole season much, or no, he did, but
Hmm.
he may have had COVID and couldn't leave the house. I spent all weekend.
I honestly don't know
I
what
just-
episode that was.
I'm just
it Bar?
convinced. you don't
What
see-
episode? Oh, it might have been VAR.
Oh,
It might have been
VAR
VAR
seems
that
to
we,
be
yeah,
first.
that we got
Bar
into
seems to be
it.
the only one I've seen that could be controversial here, because I don't think we'd have a massive fight on sports washing in football or Champions
Depends.
League.
Depends on how
I,
much the
I
soccer
think
belt for
I
the
think our
favourites.
position has changed since that episode. To be fair.
Super League.
Oh,
could
might
have
have
been
been that
Super
one. It was
League.
either that one or VAR. And
You
I
remember
would
the
have
time
to
I
listen
convinced
back.
I set a trap for Russian and got him to admit the Super League was a good idea.
Yes.
Just come back.
Good times.
Hey, you hear? I need to get that soundbite though, so I can put that up everywhere. It's like Oisin Murphy endorses the Super League.
Alright. Another great memory I have is... Who the fuck's he?
Yeah, what the fuck, Ian? We're
Oh,
trying
no,
to
yeah,
we're trying to record a
sorry,
podcast here.
yeah. I'm a fidgeter and it's sitting here. It's just a bit of plastic. I'll throw it away. Yeah, sorry. I didn't realize. the
Oh
mic
my
would pick it up.
god.
Okay.
Quite loudly, to be fair.
Really?
Yeah.
I can barely even hear it. I was just. Okay, I picked up a highlighter now, so I won't need to touch the plastic anymore.
Fuck's sake.
It was one of the episodes, I think it was so recently as well, was Oisin was giving you a stick because we couldn't hear him and we were just saying yeah, and he goes, "Fuck yous, I can't hear you." And then he just disconnected straight away after saying that.
God damn it.
That happens regularly though, where we're like,
Oh,
me and Mike are just sitting here going, I don't think Oisin can hear us, but he might still be ranting, and then we'll just come back in at the end of the rant and hear you go, and that's that, and we just go, yes,
Yes.
yes,
And
What
then he gets
matters
really
is the
annoyed.
listeners know what I said.
Yeah,
yeah.
then you get really annoyed at us going, I went to this big rant, you can't even add anything to it.
I know, yeah. Sometimes sometimes it feels like you guys aren't putting in the effort. Just saying.
I think I'm putting in lots of effort.
You're putting in more effort than me this week. But actually, that's a lie because I have to upload it and name it and do the description.
That's very fair.
And I put in a lot of effort
You do all
every
that
week
things.
And then
picking
You
those
do.
names
You
like
definitely put in the
Stephen
most
Kennedy
effort.
and the Irish national team.
that's true.
That took me a while
You
to
do
come
a
up
lot
with.
for this pod, and I would admit that. And I will give you a lot of credit for it.
Appreciate
I
it.
don't know if I would have been able to last that long doing it and be reminded. Now, our reminder system did get a bit crazy at times.
Yes, where I had to remind you to remind Keane to remind me to upload the podcast.
Yes,
That was, yeah.
It worked for those couple of weeks that we remembered to do that.
it did.
Need you tomorrow, though. Make sure we get this up on the 1 year
Yes.
anniversary.
I actually might have to upload this tonight. I don't know.
And then, obviously, a big thing that changed, I gotta give you credit, because put a lot less effort, was getting rid of the news segment.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that was a
Yes.
fantastic choice
I
in
agree.
the end.
Because it was a lot
Very
of
stressful.
I'm not gonna lie, that was very stressful. It was like, who got news? And then
There was
Yeah.
so much effort
certain
had to
people
go
would be
into
like,
that.
I'm not gonna lie, I have nothing. And it's like,
Nothing happened in the last week. Fuck off.
Yeah, and then it'd be
man,
like,
we had
we'd have news, but actually it's not actually interesting at all. No one really gives a shit.
no.
But yeah, man, that was tough. And I like
It
the
was.
shorter episodes as well, to be honest.
I think shorter episodes are
Yeah.
definitely better.
Granted, I think at times recently we've strayed up above the 45-minute mark.
That's because we get distracted and we go on tangents.
Actually, only twice. Only
So,
twice have we been around the
Quidditch.
45-minute mark. I think the 40-minute mark is a good place to be.
Mm.
Okay,
Or
Yes.
I
below.
got a new great one, which I still laugh at from time to time and think about. Was you going? I think it was episode 25 when you did a look forward to 2022, and you started the show. You and Key just listing the deaths.
Yes.
of everyone that died
No,
in 2021.
I
No,
forgot
what
about
happened
that.
What happened there was, she was like, "Has anyone actually looked at what's coming up?" And I said that I'd found the Wikipedia on sports in 2022, and she went, "Oh, that's a good idea." And the first link is deaths. So we just go to the deaths.
He just turned into a memorial, and I'm
Yeah.
surprised we didn't name
Hey.
the show a memorial to those we lost.
Death comes to us all. We like to remind people of that.
We don't like to remind people of that anymore, Keane.
Well, no, we turned over a new leaf. That is very true.
But yes, that episode, I just remember sitting there going, "What the fuck are they doing?"
Yeah, that was
It's
that
supposed
was
to
a
be
sudden,
looking forward to sports.
it's a sudden change. All right.
the show went dark fast.
Oh, that was good. I had something else, and I've completely forgotten about it because I was too busy laughing at the. Laughing at
Comes to us all segment.
Yeah, I'll remember it at some point. I assume.
Tonight when you're editing it.
Almost definitely.
I mean, does that mean we're a year or halfway through the year? You're gonna do like a Who's Dead recap just quickly, or are you just waiting for next January?
Let me look it up.
Oh
Okay.
god.
Get some spoilers going.
Wikipedia. Oh fuck! What? I can't even remember what the name of the article was. Oh, here we go.
It's like sports 2022 sports or something like that.
I've got it.
Mm.
Okay, it goes the wrong way though because it starts like at the top is June.
Oh yeah, can't be doing that. To be fair though, deaths are very profitable marketing thing. Like my granny listens to the deaths religiously every day. They've got a good following. There's worse businesses to be in.
Yeah. Funeral places make a killing.
Mm. a pivot, become a funeral
Yes,
podcast.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I
The
thought
life,
this
the
was
death, and the
just.
mic.
I thought this was just sports people, but it's not.
no, I'm seeing
They
some
just looked up
non-sports
I'm
deaths,
people here.
I'm seeing
deaths in
politicians.
2022.
Yeah, I actually think it is just that. It is just deaths in 2022. Yep.
To
Oh,
be
look,
fair, though,
we'll find
I
out
think
next
death comes to
January.
us all. All could be everyone.
That's true.
Fair point.
Look, we'll find out in January when we do our 2022 recap.
Who's dead?
Who's died? All right. What was it? What was the one that I had? I'm so annoyed by
Fuck's
this.
sake, Oisin.
So annoyed by this.
Well, we do that. I'll distract viewers with. We saw the rise of Sheriff as a superpower in
Yes.
sports.
Yes.
That was a
Greatest
fun
team.
few months.
In the history of sports. And not only when we thought it dried up and they were no longer in European football, then their coach all of a sudden decides he wants to go fight the war in Ukraine. Just because why not?
Keane did predict for them to do well, to be fair. And I mean,
Well's a strong word.
well, actually, I think you predicted them to. You predicted for them to qualify from their group, and they did, didn't they?
Maybe.
No, they're
Or
in
did they
Europa
drop
League.
to Europa? They dropped to Europa.
Yeah. I believe
Keane
I
predicted
had...
Barcelona to drop to Europa.
I
He did.
Genius. I'm a
That
genius.
was pretty genius.
I believe
Fair
I
dues.
then put them in to dominate the Europa League. That one was less genius.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
None of
actually
us
say that.
picked actual winners. Frankfurt to win it, in fairness.
That's true. I don't think anyone picked Real to win the Champions League either.
No. Me and you got knocked out by it. I picked PSG. I went bandwagoning, and that cost me.
I picked Bayern.
Nothing wrong with an old bandwagon.
Um,
Love a good bandwagon.
I do love a good bandwagon, in fairness.
Mhm.
But I got another moment was, I remember this one because I'm just looking at the titles of our episode. In episode 9, I did a big rant on how Cam Newton was going to guide us through this year and transition to Mac Jones. And I remember I said, Cam Newton will be the starter. Mac Jones will not play this year. A day
Yeah.
later, they cut Cam Newton. I was like, well, I was wrong. I had to own up to it in episode 10. I went, yeah, no, I was wrong on that one. Hold my hand up high and go, yep, that was a bad take.
we
I
had-
still stand by the best contribution Mike has had to the podcast is the name of
January.
episode 27. Yep, January.
Well, what a time to be alive.
Oh, it was a good one.
I don't even remember what we talked about, but I remember being
I
amazing.
think it was just a news dump again.
Used up. It could have just
Yeah,
there
it
been
could
was-
have
used
been.
up.
It was
Yeah,
very
because
dry January.
nothing happened.
Winter Olympics. Were they just starting?
I think they were just starting.
They're February-ish normally, but according to you, they're not the real Olympics.
They don't occur on fields.
Damn straight.
They do, but there's snow on the fields.
It doesn't count.
They're not touching the grass.
We had our way too early World Cup 2022 preview.
Which would have been which would
Oh
not
my
have been
God,
way
yes.
too early if they had it at the
If it
right
was-
time.
Yeah.
I
That
think
is
we're
true.
on time, but they're late.
I put money live on air on Senegal and Japan to win the whole thing.
Did Senegal qualify in the end?
Yeah. Senegal actually don't have that bad a group, I don't think. I think that
No,
was
but
the
like
reasoning.
I know they had they had to play Egypt to qualify, didn't they?
Yeah, but they
Just
they
after
won
the
that. They
AFCON?
won that.
Okay.
Hold on, I can't actually remember their group. Hold on, let me check. Oh yeah, their group is Netherlands, Qatar, Ecuador. Like they'll breeze through that group. I think Japan's is tougher. Yeah, Japan's is tougher. Japan have Spain,
here's
Costa
Japan's.
Rica, and Germany. But
Yeah.
once they win that group, nothing's going to stop
They're
them or
flying.
Senegal from winning the whole thing. If they meet in the final, I make a good
What-
bit of money.
What do we think about the Australian goalkeeper shithousery at the World Cup qualifiers there recently?
Oh, is that when he
David.
threw away the bottle?
He threw away the water bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
surprised nobody's done it before. Jeez.
that was another thing we did. Remember, we had Scumbag of the Week.
Yes.
for a
we should
while.
get back to scumbag.
We should bring back Scumbag of the Week 'cause we had the marathon runner in the Olympics,
Oh, yeah.
knocking all the water.
We
We
led
had
the
Dak
way.
Prescott
We led the
calling
way
out
on
the
the.
saying the fans were correct to throw shit at the
Oh, yeah.
referees after their playoff loss.
We led the way on the hunt for that woman from the Tour de France.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot I had to give updates on her. And then obviously
Better
Polish
run.
sports update. I said become the forefront of Polish sports update.
Finding this non-Polish woman who might be in France but might also be somewhere else in Europe.
It's a
Ah,
mystery.
that was a good manhunt.
You know, Netflix are doing a Drive to Survive style documentary about the Tour de France this year, and I really want it to be called Bike to Survive. Anything else, I feel like would be a letdown.
Anything else is what's the point?
Yeah, I won't watch.
What else? Did we have any other good moments? Have we gone through all of them? The rest were bad moments.
Probably.
I'd say they were bad, but
They were average.
great.
They were average.
I mean, what did we discuss in the pod when in the earlier episodes? Keane's family said I was posh.
Oh yeah.
we did have Mike's family tree at one point, didn't we?
We did have
Oh,
history
yeah.
with Mike.
We found out Mike's a
Mm.
filthy Brit.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That was one of my rants that, I couldn't figure out why your family moved to Ireland with an English dad and a Singaporean mum. And then you had a granddad in Ireland. Eventually we figured it all out.
Grandmother.
Sorry, grandmother.
Look, it's been it's
okay.
been almost a year, Mike. That was one of the early
I mean,
episodes.
it was an early episode, I will admit that.
Yeah. God. So we've had
Actually, I
some
was
pretty
looking
good
there.
moments.
Where did we get onto Tom Hardy watch?
That would
At
have
what point were
been
we
I don't
discussing
know
Tom
why
Hardy?
that
we
would have
were
been
talking about
episode
Tom Hardy.
5.
Episode 5 again.
Yeah. The Olympics, because that's how I got this Polish sports update, because I mentioned that Polish story.
Yeah, but what did Tom
How the
Hardy
fuck
have to
did we
do
get
about
from-
the
yeah.
Olympics?
You just said you had news about Tom Hardy, and that was it. And we just said you're on Tom Hardy news.
Yeah.
That was it.
What was the
You're
Tom
Tom
Hardy?
Hardy.
Oh, was it did
Don't
Venom
remember.
come out at that point? Is that what that
It
was?
was around there, yeah. I think
I've
it was
still not
around
seen the
80.
film.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
I know.
What's
I'm
the point?
falling
You had
behind.
say
one
you're-
job. You
Call
had
yourself
Tom
a Tom
Hardy
Hardy
watching, you
fan.
didn't even do it.
Sorry, guys. Mike's never even been to Poland. Spoilers. Just
But I
bit of,
phoned
bit of
in
behind
twice.
the scenes. Lift the curtain a bit there.
He's not actually Polish.
That was never discussed. I did put in the expense form to finance that trip, and you said no. Instead, you offered me a trip to France, and I bailed on recording in France.
Was that a thing?
Yeah, do you not remember? We were gonna. I was in France, and I was gonna phone in from France to do an
Oh,
episode.
yeah. and then-
Oh
And he
yeah.
was like,
I'd like to point
"Nah,
out
I
you're the one
I
who
plead-
called that in.
Yeah,
You're-
yeah,
We
no,
didn't
no,
say
no,
it.
that's fair. I called
We
that in.
didn't say this. You said, I will do it. It'll be okay. And then we were like, Mike, are you awake? And just nothing for 3 hours. We're like,
Yeah.
no, he's 100% gone to
So-
sleep.
No, I sent the text saying I'm actually really falling asleep and mistimed the hour difference. I'm going to bed now.
Yeah, but that was
I
like
have
3
been-
hours after we messaged
Yeah,
you originally.
I had been up for 20 hours straight at that
Yeah.
point. It was like, yeah,
it
no.
didn't- was, yeah. Wasn't Megan up for like 36 hours or something
Yes,
like that at that
Megan
point?
was up for
Jesus
36. I
Christ.
was up for 20.
That's why you don't go straight from a 21st to a holiday.
Yes,
Jesus.
very true.
You do if you're Megan. Because Megan ain't no lightweight.
Fucking trooper.
She ain't no scrub. Actually, you know where we did the Chance episode?
The which episode?
It was the greatest sports
Did
chance.
have a chance.
Oh, yes.
I just realized, how is it she never brought Magic Hat as a song or chant?
Did I not mention
Because
that
it's
in
not
that
really
episode?
one.
It
I don't
is.
think
It's
you did.
also I've seen people talk about it. Fuck, who was it about?
Jack Grealish.
No.
Someone in your
some-
school?
No, it was about some Arsenal player as well. Someone did it about. I don't know.
Bakary
I can't
Sagna?
remember. But Bakary Sagna doesn't really fit.
It doesn't, but he's the only one I could think of.
I mean, fair play.
Mm, thank you.
But the Magic Hat chant is absolute class. You'll never tell me otherwise.
I'm not saying it's not. I just never heard it before.
Then
Fantastic, Shad.
there's the episode I may have been on some painkillers. I was having a whale of a time.
I feel like I
Who's on
remember this,
painkillers?
but I can't remember what episode it was.
Oh yeah, when Mike did his elbow.
Yeah, when I broke my elbow.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
phoned in after. I came straight from the hospital and phoned in. It was like, I'm on a few painkillers. We should be fine.
There was that time Keane endorsed bullying.
Yes.
I endorsed bullying.
Yeah, we made it very clear it wasn't a position held by the
Yes.
pod. It was just a position
Yeah.
held by Keane.
I remember I made a joke about victim bullying when Mac Jones got his shit robbed in, was it the Falcons locker rooms or something like that?
Yeah, you endorsed bullying.
You endorse bullying. You're a scumbag. That's all there is to it. Yeah.
You need to go back and find that. I'm not saying I didn't do that, but I don't remember it.
Does anyone have any final memories to share, and we'll wrap things up then.
No, I think we're okay.
All right, Keane really wants to end on the Keane endorsed bullying memory.
Yes, I think it's best we leave it at that.
He wants to
If you
make
take
sure
I don't want
everyone
any more
remembers.
So, does this mean we now go on to next week is season 2, episode 1?
No, that's too. I mean,
No, I just keep it going. As
Then
it
I have
is.
to. Then I have to add.
But wait,
seasons in the
would it be
titles.
season 2, episode 2?
Oh,
Ah, God
do we
damn
do a
it.
0.5 errata?
All right, we'll wrap
And then
things up
season
there.
3 starts back at season 1, episode 5, and corrects the mistake. Time skip.
Fuck's sake. All right. Thanks for listening, everyone.
No worries.
And not you. Fuck you, Keane.
Oh.
And
Endorse bullying.
thanks for
Yeah, endorses bullying now.
thanks for sticking around for the year, or thanks for joining during the year if you didn't join at the start. And if you left halfway through and have stopped listening, then fuck you. But you'll never hear this, so that's fine.
Nobody cares.
So yeah, fuck. Oh yeah, remember, fuck the system and feed the algorithm. Because Keane said death comes to us all earlier, and that's all I could think of. All right, no, fuck the system, feed the algorithm. Have a good one.
Did it again.